Welcome back. My name's John. This is Sean. This is the Dewey Podmonster podcast. This is episode number question mark out of question mark of the Shoot the Shit series. So STS number whatever.
At least two.
At least two. Maybe one. I'm not really sure. But we are currently at City Boat Brewing in Grand Rapids, Michigan. I have a Czech Pilsner. He has a Mexican lager that is named Wesley or something. I don't know.
Alemania.
And we're here to ask the burning questions that have come from you, the listener, reader, watcher, whatever. And we want to know how you, Sean, and apparently me, straight from England, we've been asked how you feel about double denim in outfits.
Okay. So like a Canadian tuxedo?
I'm assuming that's where we're going with that, is Canadian tuxedo. You could even potentially go like double, triple, quadruple denim if you really try.
What, like socks and a hat and a vest?
Well, I've seen denim shoes, I've seen vests, I've seen shirts, jackets. I guess you could do a hat. There's probably denim hats out there.
Yeah, like a bucket hat or something.
That would look really fucking bad.
I mean, it has to be, I think to be a traditional Canadian tuxedo, it has to be the same tone. Like it has to be two light washes, but I can't do that. So maybe if I did like a dark wash on top and a light on the bottom, maybe. But in general, I'm a no.
Yeah, to be honest, I'm kind of a no on denim, even in singular. I have denim.
I jeans right now.
I know you are, and that's fine. And I'm happy for you with that. Not my thing. Prefer pants of some sort, shorts, whatever. But
jorts?
No, I'm not a jorts guy. I have no jorts. Denim's okay. It's just like stiff and too many C's on it.
You gotta wear it in and don't wash it ever.
Wash my denim that I do have.
Yeah.
I just don't. I don't know. I prefer like black or gray pants generally. Khaki.
You can get black denim or gray denim.
Yeah, I can. Or I could just buy black or gray pants, which I already have, and wear those.
Well, I think you've gotten the best of this argument. Just to mention, we're in Grand Rapids, so it is like unseasonably, well, it's not really unseasonably cool, but it's like 70 degrees here Fahrenheit.
It's August. I'd say that's a little unseasonably.
For sure.
As Sean mentioned, he's in pants and a hoodie. I'm in a hoodie and shorts, so it's not exactly your typical Michigan summer, which is generally humid as a like clown's asshole.
Never heard that before, but okay.
Tried to throw you off.
All right. What's the next thing we want to talk about?
Do you have any opinion on Michigan cryptids? We were asked about Michigan cryptids from Boomer or Gabby, or Boomer and Gabby from the Podcast in the Woods podcast.
Do I have any opinions of them?
Any thoughts on them? I mean, our show's name kind of is taken from Michigan cryptid.
We just never talked about.
Well, not on Light, so.
Yeah. I mean, all I really know is, besides the Dewey Dewey Lake Monster, the Dogman. Yeah, that's all I know. And I know like Sasquatch is pretty popular, has been at times here, but
I don't think that Michigan can claim Sasquatch though. Like Sasquatch, that dude gets around.
Have the Nain Rouge.
Is that a cryptid? I thought it was just like a religious thing.
No, it's like the devil or whatever.
Yeah, it's like the French thing where they were chasing him out of Detroit or something.
Yeah, the Red Devil.
Yeah. I mean,
Nain Rouge.
Yeah.
I figure.
That is a fun party. I don't really have much of a thought on the character though.
So are there any other Michigan ones that you know of? I don't know much about it.
Yeah, the only one I really hear a lot about is the Dewey Lake Monster, which is essentially Michigan's version of Sasquatch, which is up in the West Branch area, I believe.
Sure. Near where we are now.
No, West Branch is the other side of the state.
How is it West Branch on the east side of the state?
I just know where it is, so.
I feel like we got ripped off.
I mean, surely everything is west compared to somewhere else.
All right, so what's the next question?
Whoever discovered it very well could have been from Maine, and that would be very west from the state of Maine. Hence, West Branch.
Sure. West from the Lake Huron.
Yes.
Right, there we go. Could be Mississippi at that point.
Could be.
All right. What do we have? What else do we have? What other questions we got?
We're just burning through these. Like, the shit shooting is just, like, hot and fast. Loose with the law.
Shooting shit. Hot and fast. Cold and slow.
Are you excited about the new Alien movie?
I mean, I guess.
Guess.
Are you?
I haven't really liked an Alien movie a lot since probably
4.
Yeah, it's probably the last one that I like. But I keep watching them because I'm kind of dumb. But I do like some of the marketing that's coming out around this new Alien movie, and I will watch it because the director has enough behind him, enough of a track record to be like, all right, this could be cool.
Enough of a pedigree for you to...
And Well, for me, I like Alien more when it stays in the horror realm.
Yeah.
As opposed to like the sci-fi realm. And obviously it has to have both in there, but the whole idea of it being creepy is better to me than the idea of it being like, you know, an action blockbuster. I kind of hope that this one will bring it back to being a horror series though, but these new sneakers that come out, they have a very 70s vibe. I'm sure they're based off some 70s model to begin with.
Are they Reebok?
They are Reebok.
Isn't that what Ripley wears in Aliens?
I don't remember. Quite possibly. I'm sure there's a reason why there's this design. So I don't know if this will pick up, but that is what they look like.
Amazing.
It looks blurry on here, so you probably can't see it, but Sean can see it. So Sean, what do you think about those?
I mean, they're all right. I wouldn't wear them, but a lot of these I wouldn't wear anyways because I'm not like a big puffy shoe guy.
I don't think they're going to be puffy, but they are high tops, so they're going to look puffier to begin
like
with.
80s shoes, so I think they're
very much
puffy
so.
by today's standards.
I don't know, the whole puffy
those are
thing's coming
puffy.
back. They just look like a standard basketball shoe to me with some extra straps on there, but I like that. Usually I don't like the intentionally distressed look. Like I feel like you should earn your dirt and grime and all that stuff, but this almost looks like it's supposed to be that. I don't know. It doesn't look
Are these
bad.
going to be made or sold in mass, or is it going to be like a limited thing and there's 5 available? Or
They're $170, blah, blah, blah. It says you can get them on Reebok.com. It does not say how exclusive it is, so you can go check that out. They, just Reebok.com. Movie comes out on August 16th. If you're interested in them, my guess would be they're probably not going to make a ton of these because I got to think that this is probably a small audience. And almost like at $170 for a pair of Reeboks.
maybe 150 pairs of shoes?
There's more than that. I bet there's probably like at least 1,000 of them, or like maybe 1,000 for every size or something like that. But
It's a lot.
I can't imagine that it's going to be like a regular release that you can go pick up at Foot Locker next week or in a month. It'd be interesting to see if it's worth any, or if it gets some like excitement around it, or something you pick up as like a collector's item somewhere down the road.
I like Prometheus. Going back to the actual Alien itself, the Alien
The first one, I like that one too. Did they do 2 Prometheus movies?
They did 2 in that, like, I think this new one's supposed to be based on that timeline.
Because that's like a prequel, isn't it?
Yeah, something like that. Like how, because I think the big alien giant dude from Prometheus was the one that they saw in the ship, in the, not in the Nostromo, but the one that they rescued, that ship that they had.
Yeah, I remember liking Prometheus. The last one, I feel like there was a Prometheus : whatever as a second one, and then there was the one with Danny McBride,
Oh,
which is,
I've heard it's not good.
I thoroughly was not happy that I was watching that movie. It's really annoying when you watch a movie that has a lot of special effects and you're watching it 50 years after the original installment came out, but somehow it looks dramatically worse than the original installment, which, I mean, the original Alien is basically just a bunch of like giant dildos with like lube and black paint on them, but it looks good for that movie.
The original Alien?
Yeah.
There's only one alien.
Did I say aliens?
I don't know.
Anyway,
I'm just here to argue with you. I have no idea what you actually said. Just looking for things to pick apart.
It's fair.
Yeah, that's what I do. It's kind of my thing.
In other news, how do you feel about kids at concerts? You had brought this up.
I don't know if I necessarily, it's not like kids at concerts, it's more about kids and concerts. And when I say kids, I mean basically anybody under the age of probably 30, because that's a kid to me, you know? But we were at a show, so I took my daughter.
For those who don't know, Sean is 24.
Yeah, I'm 31. So I took my kid to a concert at the Masonic Temple in Detroit, and we were standing in line outside. We were wrapped around the building. And the people behind us were the most annoying people of all time, because they were like 20-somethings, and they're all singing. They're like drama club kids or something. They're singing show tunes to each other and all. I was just gritting my teeth to like get through it, you know? And then we go in, and it was a cooler day for August. It was probably like low 70s, but it had been raining on and off, so it was muggy. And inside the venue, it's an old venue. They don't have air conditioning or not very good ventilation in general.
Air doesn't move in that place very much, no matter what you do.
Unless you put a big industrial fan, like multiple.
I don't think it would even make a difference with fans. I think you'd just be like, you'd be sitting there like, these aren't the only fans that I want. They're not working well.
Well, so inside the concert, at the peak, at the apex, we were on the floor, and it was probably like low 80s, you know, with a bunch of humidity and everything. And they were never seen this before. Never seen this at a concert. Been to, I don't know, a lot. Not as many as you, but I've probably been to at least 120 concerts.
I've been to 4, so.
And they were actually handing out water to people in the crowd, which I sent you a text, and I was like, this is absolutely amazing. I have been to shows where it's been 100 degrees outside, you're inside, they don't hand out water.
Charge you like $12 a bottle.
Right. So I was flabbergasted that they were handing out water. And the second thing that happened was, it wasn't a super loud concert, and in between songs, if you were to yell something from the crowd, anywhere in the building to the artist, they could hear you. So 2 times, once near the end of it, well, it was probably, they had 6 songs left. Yeah.
So if anyone's watching a bootleg of this on YouTube, when you hear someone yell, open this fucking pit up, that's Sean.
So let's say we're 6 songs till the end, and someone in the audience yells, help, help. So they stop everything, and a couple people walk off stage. The singer's still there, she's waiting, whatever. And they eventually get this person cleared out, and then they start playing, and they play like maybe 2 songs, and another person, help, help, from the middle of the crowd. They're standing with their hands in an X, you know, all the thing, you know. There's something, there's a problem. I guess what had happened were people were so hot that they were passing out, or on the verge. They didn't feel well.
Forgive my horrible language here, but what a bunch of bitches.
Well, they're just soft.
Seriously, what a bunch of bitches.
Yeah. So the tour manager comes on. All the musicians leave the stage. Tour manager comes on the stage and gives an announcement saying, "Hey, you know, we know it's warm in here. We apologize. It makes us so sad that people are, you know, they don't feel well. If you don't feel,
you said this is the Masonic?
Yes.
Okay, continue. But I'm going to tell you a story about the Masonic to tell you how much they care about their.
Well, this was the tour manager.
This is about concert goers at the Masonic.
All right. So they're like, oh, if you don't feel good, just leave, go to the back. We have more ventilation. We're trying to ventilate this place as much as possible. We know people have been waiting all day in line. If you do decide that you need to walk to the back to cool off, we'll still be playing. You'll still be able to hear it. We will hold your spot for you on the general floor when you come back, and you can get your spot back. So if everybody that's at the front of the stage, if you could just take a step back so everybody can get breathing room. And what that does is it pushes all the people back to where the people who are standing comfortably and not having problems are then encroached upon their space.
Man, I don't care about
but
that.
I do, because don't touch me. But just so soft. So tell me your story.
So same venue, is at the Masonic Temple, and it was a no-effect show. It was supposed to be outside in their parking lot. Short version of the story is they had to get moved inside because of a liquor license. Anyway, it was a punk show, so kids are, running around being dipshits and
Punks.
whatever. Moshing as the kids do.
The moshing.
And if you ever been to a rowdy show like this, kids tend to crowd surf or whatever. And when you're at a show that's ran properly, when someone's crowd surfing, what security should do is grab them in a way by the shoulders, pull them down, and let them safely get behind the barricade and walk them back into the crowd so they go back and being a dumbass.
Yeah.
This particular show, security was so involved in trying to break up everyone who was just doing, pit stuff. I don't want to use the word
Pits.
fighting because it's not really fighting, but they were dancing and running and all that shit.
Sure.
So this kid goes, crowd surfing away towards the stage. If you get up and start surfing, that's how it happens.
Yeah.
So, because what's going to happen is they're going to pull you down and you're going to get down safely. You're not going to do what's about to happen. So because they weren't doing that, they were too busy breaking you up like nothing. This kid who was crowd surfing got pulled up, and there's a big steel barricade there like you would see at any other concert. And instead of them pulling down safely, they dropped him on his neck on the barricade. It literally curled around it.
His neck did?
Yes.
Okay.
The band stopped mid-song. From the audience point of view, you couldn't really tell exactly. You knew.
Sure, you don't know. Yeah, you don't.
But
know
you can tell. But you could see the band was this is a band
distressed.
that's been touring for 40 fucking years. They've seen, I'm sure, tons of gnarly shit.
Sure.
In shows, and they look like they just watched someone die. And maybe 5 minutes later, they're like, "Look, I can't keep playing like angry, happy punk songs right now. We'll be back or whatever. So they're coming back in a couple weeks, but they're like, we'll be back. This is kind of fucked. I just kind of stopped the show at that. So it had a really weird, abrupt ending. So to hear what you're saying about the same venue being like, oh, it's too hot in here. Oh,
yeah.
Would you like some water? We'll hold your spot on the...
I mean, they're handing water bottles out to the crowd. There was a guy that just had
that's actually a
flat,
good thing.
I mean, that's great.
Yeah.
But it's like, what? And we were walking out, and the cherry on top was somebody was like, yeah, I don't buy general admission tickets anymore since I learned in my 20s. I don't want to stand there the whole time and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, you are maybe saying that in your 20s, you may be late 20s, early 30s. You're in the best shape of your life. Why are you like complaining about whatever?
You know, it's a weird thing because like there's part of me that feels that like in my old man brain, I'm like, you should just go sit and be quiet and like, you know, whatever. But at the end of the day, whenever I buy something, I'm like, no, I'm going to go ahead and try to like kill myself at this show because that's probably going to be the best like time that I can possibly have. You know?
Squeeze all that good time out of it.
Yeah. And I can't tell you how many shows I've been to that have been like some cramped, crowded, unventilated basement where you literally like excrete through like every pore that you have, every bit of moisture in you. So the idea of being dehydrated at a concert, it's just kind of par for the course. So that's been that for this first segment of Shoot the Shit. We have a couple other stops to make, at least one or two. We'll see how many we can cram in, but we'll continue this.
If you see us in the same clothes, don't be alarmed.
We're gonna exchange clothes just to
maybe we'll do that.
He's gonna make me wear his denim. So
underwear.
Anyway, so without further ado, or without more ado, whatever the fuck that means, no denim, extra denim. We'll see you at the next stop.
Believe that.
Cheers.